Here's Johnny.
Close your eyes.
This world is not what you think it is.
Kill the programming.
This world is not what you think it is.
Take a gas, vacuum of equal volume, and we're going to remove the barrier. You know what's going to happen spontaneously, right? The gas is going to fill the available volume.
Is the expansion of a gas into a vacuum. I have in one of these bulbs some bromine, and in the other I have a vacuum. And if I open the tap between these two, you will see spontaneously the bromine rush from one to the other. Now that is the simplest change we can have, perhaps, because all that happens is a change in entropy. In this case, the expansion into a vacuum, nothing else is involved. There's no energy change, there's no temperature change, there's no change except entropy.
Well, right now on YouTube, they have a 24/7 live video of the International Space Station that's like almost always pointed at Earth and is showing that it is a sphere. And yeah, I just wanted your opinion on that.
All the video footage from Narnia, therefore Narnia is real.
No, but that's been shown and proven to be. Are you saying that Narnia is the reason that the Earth is flat right now?
No. So
Or what?
No,
hold on,
I'm
John. Just one sec.
pointing to your logic.
According to your logic, you're saying that if we have a live feed from Narnia, that makes Narnia real. If I've got footage that says live from Narnia, and by equivalence,
No, but
I
we
haven't
know
quite finished
that Narnia
talking.
is
I haven't
fake
quite finished
because
talking.
we
I haven't
know-
quite finished answering you. You didn't understand, and I'm expanding on it because you didn't understand the equivalence. So I'm expanding on it. No need to interrupt me.
I'm answering to the word.
By equivalence, Narnia is equivalent to the second law of thermodynamics violation, empty area called a sky vacuum, where this footage would be coming from. An area of volume that the gas we are breathing at high pressure would fill in line with entropic law if it was real. Now, because we are breathing high pressure gas, there is definitely not a sky vacuum to broadcast live footage from. Ergo, it is instantaneously debunked as fake, because it's like taking live footage from Narnia after going through the wardrobe. You can't traverse high pressure gas and enter a 10 to the minus 17 torr vacuum and film images from there. It's not real, it violates natural law. Outer space, the sky vacuum, is fake. So all images and journeys through it are also fake.
I still don't know how you're debunking, like, that there, or like how are they editing? Like, that's what I'm wondering.
It's not
Because
It's nonsense.
Narnia, we
Irrelevant.
seem like they're. I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
Okay, you're asking us about.
Narnia.
Okay, I get you. You're saying you still haven't answered about how well the fur coats will protect them from the minus 27 degrees centigrade
No.
temperatures. I've finished responding to you. No, it's like you asking when you say, well, how do they edit the live footage? Like saying, well, how do they manage to make the fur coats suffer the 27 below zero temperatures of Narnia? It's irrelevant. Narnia's not real. It's irrelevant what you claim is the edited footage from Narnia. I mean, sky vacuum. There is no sky vacuum to be taking footage from. So it doesn't matter how they lie. The how is irrelevant. They definitely are lying about the area they're claiming to get the footage from. Saying, well, how do they edit it? Who cares? They're not filming from a sky vacuum. Because we'd all be dead. The gas we breathe would fill the space in line with entropic law. So it's not, well, what about the editing? It's about what about capturing the footage in the first place from a place that isn't real.
Okay, yeah, but nobody is claiming that Narnia is a real place. Or, well, I'm sure some, like completely crazy
Our
person
analogy's
is.
lost on you.
But
He doesn't understand an analogy, clearly.
yeah, but no, I'm just
But
trying to.
people are claiming that they can
you're
go
trying
to a
use-
place where gas is not filling, correct? Like you can go to a place where gas isn't filling, can you?
Okay, but that's a whole completely different topic.
No, it's not.
That I'm not
Your question
really
about edited
particularly
footage from an
interested
area
in.
that isn't real is not non sequitur. The area, the
No, but
footage
this-
that you're
you-
asking about the editing is fake. There is no area where gas is not filling where they get the footage. Now, you didn't understand the analogy and started talking about whether or not people claim there's a real Narnia. Well, there might be. Yeah, that's the analogy. The focus is on the place that isn't real, that violates natural law, though, where the footage would have to come from first to then be edited. They didn't get the footage in the first place from that place because that place isn't real. Gas would fill that place. That's it.
Okay, do you know where they got the footage then? Like, can you point me to
Who
any NASA
cares?
recording studio?
Sorry,
I care. I'm asking
okay,
about it.
let me answer you. Do I know where they got the footage? Do I know where they filmed the Narnia footage? Does it matter if it was filmed in the UK or New Zealand? There is no Narnia. Whether they filmed it in New Zealand or England is irrelevant because there is no Narnia. Doesn't matter where they filmed the fake footage that's definitely fake.
Yeah, okay, but science proves to you that it's not fake. We know where Narnia is
No, it
recorded, so we
doesn't.
know that
You
it's
don't know
not
what
fake.
scientists
John,
You haven't got the base,
John, I've got to
so
get control of you.
don't-
John, hold on a second. I've got to take control of my own panel. John, please stop doing that.
What?
My panel member's interrupting you, and I'm stopping him.
Oh. Okay, thanks. Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, like, we know where Narnia was recorded, and we know it's fake because we've seen it being recorded. We've seen, like, backstage stuff of it. We have never seen backstage footage of space being faked, or, like, a green screen or whatever.
It's non sequitur.
And you're... What?
It's non sequitur. I've just gone through this with you twice previously. I'm starting to tire of it already. It doesn't matter if I can demonstrate where it was filmed or how it was filmed. If their fraud was seamless, it wouldn't alter my argument against the area that they're claiming to film in. If the sky was a vacuum to take footage from, then the gas you breathe would fill that space in line with entropic law. Ergo, there is no place to film the footage.
Yeah, I know that you're claiming there is no space to film the footage, but 100 million scientists and a ton of research and evidence have been claiming you're wrong since the Greeks. So I don't really know why you keep trying to say that space is fake when there's so much evidence against that.
Yeah, we got that. Okay, we got you.
When I first got into
you
this,
spewed baseless assertion with no evidence to back it. There's so much evidence from so many scientists. Yeah, that's a non sequitur appeal to consensus fallacy that doesn't address the second law of thermodynamics violation, sky vacuum and entropic gas dispersion into it. How many people say it's real doesn't alter that gas fills space. Your appeal to consensus is non sequitur. That's two fallacies in one. We move on from this guy because he's just going to offer up. Yeah, we're on to the fourth time I've covered it with him. If he's too stupid to understand, doesn't even understand the bloody analogy, I don't want to go through it 15 times with him. We're on 4 so far. Do we need to go through it with this guy again? I'm going to start getting irritated with him, calling him stupid.
All right, Smart, do you have another topic you want to raise, or was that the only one?
Well, we also got a few other people there.
Yeah, get the other people up. I'm not really educated about, like, second law of thermodynamics. Let's get someone else who is.
We'll go and look it up.
Thanks for calling.
Gas, it's simple. Gas fills space. Like hot goes to cold. It's a law of nature. If you fart, it will fill the room. Because gas fills space. It's fairly simple. Now, if the sky was a space for your fart, it would dissipate into it instantly. It doesn't because we're under containment. So we're not going to be going to an area beyond the non-containment where gas doesn't disperse into areas because that violates natural law. Gas fills space. Simple.
A bit about what you just said. Nobody asked about the gas filling a vacuum stuff. And, well, what I'm seeing here...
Gas filling space.
What?
Gas
fills space.
Yeah, what I'm seeing here is that on Earth and on other celestial beings. It doesn't because of gravity. So I was just wondering what you wanted to say about that.
Where are you seeing that?
When I look it up.
Oh, I'm slightly confused. Sorry, where do you observe with your eyes gas not filling vacuums because of gravity? But I mean, where do you observe this with your eyes?
On Earth.
No,
when
on
I
Earth
look up at the sky.
No. That's a begging the question fallacy. You're saying, I suggest the sky is a vacuum. What's your evidence? Look at the sky. I say it's a vacuum. No. If it was a vacuum, the gas we're breathing would fill that area of volume. If you suggest that because you've Googled it, they say, no, the sky really is a vacuum and gas just doesn't fill it. Yeah, that's surprising that the heliocentric rhetoric that's 500-year-old Copernican Roman Catholic Church nonsense about being on a ball after measuring Earth flat to create that model. I say model. I'm going to have to adapt my language. That mathematical extrapolation from flat Earth measurements of a ball in a sky vacuum, it would violate the natural law that is gas filling space. I appreciate that there's lots of lies you were raised in them, but that doesn't alter what we observe to be true, and there's laws of nature that describe things that occur always, like gas filling vacuums. That's a law of nature. It's what occurs always, in spite of what your religious texts tell you online. We don't observe that. Unless you can show me gas not filling a vacuum, I'm going to go with the law of nature that gas always does that. Therefore, the sky is not a vacuum, in spite of you going, look, I believe that that's an area with men floating around in it, and it's a vacuum and gas just isn't filling it. No, that's a violation of natural law, you pointing at the sky and just telling me it's a vacuum. It's still a violation of that same natural law.
Okay. Okay, so you're asking me to prove that gas doesn't fill a vacuum, right?
Yeah, you won't do it. It's a violation of a law of nature. Yes, I'm confirming that I'm asking you to violate a law of nature to prove that the sky is a vacuum. Yes, to prove the sky is a vacuum, you'll have to prove that you can violate a law of nature. That's correct. Can you violate that law of nature and show me gas not dispersing into areas of volume in line with the entropic law of nature known as the second law? Can you show me that to save your sky vacuum belief?
Well, I can't really show you that on Earth.
It's because it doesn't happen. It's because it doesn't happen, and your appeal to, I could show you if I went out to the area that they lie to me about. You're not going to do that, though. It just violates natural law, and you just believe that there's an area you could go to, but you're not. It's just the magical men in the sky vacuum with their suits that stop the gas there breathing from filling the vacuum in their spacesuits, but they look back on an Earth without a spacesuit on it. And that gas isn't filling the area that they need to protect themselves from. Yeah, that's garbage and a violation of the natural law known as the second law of thermodynamics.
Yeah, okay. Right now I'm just getting, I'm just thinking of the prove a ball, water on a ball spinning arguments. That's what I'm getting from this right now, because because the problem is you want me to prove that gravity, which I'm claiming is that it's gravity that is holding the gas down on Earth. You want me to prove that doesn't happen?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't ask you for that. No, I did not ask you for that. You've come along and suggested that when you assume gas doesn't fill space, the reason is because of gravity. Well, first show me that gas doesn't fill space, and then we'll figure out what's causing that gas to not fill space. No, gas will always fill space. Gas doesn't go down, go boom, boom, go splash, splash with gravity. Gas expands at a high rate of speed in whatever direction it's travelling. Gravity, in 109-year out-of-date rhetoric, is a downward bias with respect to the centre of Earth. That's a force. In current vernacular, as per Einstein 109 years ago, it's a bent pseudo-Riemannian space-time and is not a force. So regardless of which gravity you choose to pick, gas does not go down, and pseudo-space-time bending doesn't have a force to do anything to gas. Meanwhile, gas fills space. Always. It's a law of nature. So you saying it doesn't because of my appeal to bent space-time, or because of my appeal to out-of-date, incorrect Newtonian forces of down, when gas is not going down, it comes out of the ground and goes up. So gravity debunked, in all respects. Even though I didn't need to, it's non sequitur the fact that there's a law of nature being violated if the sky's a vacuum. So I've addressed your non sequitur even though I didn't need to of gravity. Hope that's enough for you.
No, wait, I got one more thing. You keep saying that gas doesn't go down, which is just not true, because you can observe when liquid nitrogen is exposed to air, it goes down. That's because heat rises and cold it doesn't. And space is really, really cold.
Okay, sorry. So... Can you show me the liquid nitrogen factories in the sky, please? Hold on. Excuse me, I'm still asking a question to debunk your stupid claim, but it seems I'm being yammered through before I've even attempted to debunk the stupid crap that just... No, he's never going to shut up. Stupid man. Are there liquid nitrogen factories in the sky pouring gas down upon us?
Do you ever question your life? Do you ever wonder why? Do you ever see in your dreams
liquid nitrogen factories in the
sky?
I'm not claiming that there's liquid nitrogen. The liquid nitrogen...
Did you not hear my question? I didn't ask you what you weren't claiming. I said, given that your claim is that liquid nitrogen go down, go boom, boom, you're going to show me where it's produced in the sky and coming down. Like rain. Can you do that?
I'm not sure there's been an experiment of that. I can...
Is it a no? Or is it a question about whether or not we're applying scientific validity to phenomena that I'm not describing? Does gas go down, go boom, boom? Is there liquid nitrogen factories in the sky? I just need a no, because there aren't. Then I'll make my conclusion when you, who keeps yammering through me, the one annihilating his stupid garbage, feels that he needs to talk while he's shown how stupid he is. There aren't any liquid nitrogen factories in the sky pouring gas down. All gases are produced at ground level. And all gases, in order for them to be amongst all other gases, must come from the ground and go up, without exception. There are no gases going down, go boom, boom from sky factories, in spite of your attempts to manufacture a circumstance where you introduce a high concentration of gas into already existing gas pressure. That means that we've already got existent gas pressure. Well, where did we get the existent gas pressure from in the first place? If the sky's a vacuum, you can make this demonstration. We need to be at pressure first. And if the sky's a vacuum, in spite of this la-la land non sequitur red herring that we're going along for some reason, we've got to, overcome to the fact that if we had a sky vacuum, we'd have absolutely no gas whatsoever, because the very first gas particle that came out of the ground would bugger off into the sky vacuum. For my audience, let's pretend this is the bullshit world of sphere Earth in a sky vacuum 3 bazillion years ago, and there's no gas. The very first particle comes out of the ground and buggers off into a 10 to the minus 17 torr sky vacuum to be never seen again. We'd never develop pressure. Yeah, this clown shoes is asking me about, in the existent pressure that doesn't overcome the fact I've got a belief in a sky vacuum, what happens if I introduce artificially some liquid nitrogen into already existent gas pressure? Who cares? Naturally, all gases are produced at the ground, so there are no exceptions. If the sky was a vacuum, we'd still all be dead. La la land over. Non sequitur defeated.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. If I should die before I wake, it's 'cause you took my breath away. Losing you is like living in a world with no air. Oh, I'm here alone, didn't want to leave. My heart will move, it's incomplete. Wish there was a way that I can make you understand. But how do you expect me to live alone with just me? 'Cause my world revolves around you, it's so hard for me to breathe. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. Can't live, can't breathe with no air. It's how I feel whenever you ain't there. It's no air, no air. Got me out here in the water so deep. Tell me how you gon' be without me. If you ain't here, I just can't breathe. It's no air, no air. No air. Oh, no air. No. No air. Oh, no air.
I walked, I ran, I jumped, I flew right off the ground to flow to you. There's no gravity to hold me down for real.
But somehow I'm still alive inside. You took my breath, but I survived. I don't know how, but I don't even care. So do you expect me to live alone and just me? 'Cause my world revolves around you. It's so hard for me to breathe.
Tell me how I'm supposed to be with no
so deep.
Tell me how you gon' be without me.
If you ain't here, I just can't breathe. There's no air, no air.